Rockets at Mavericks, 8:30 p.m. in Dallas. Big time matchup within the Southwest Division tonight in the state of Texas. We got Junior and Luke here. A big conversation, an official play from myself. Junior, you love Luka. You love the Mavs. You've been all over them since the trade deadline last year. A huge upstart team. What are your thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, I got a strong lean to the over. I'm just not officially on it because I'm not sure the Rockets can hold up their end of the bargain. And I fear what I saw last year, which is Luke averaging over 40 a game and Kyrie averaging approximately like 33, 34 a game. I think it's a bit much, but I think it does lean towards a play that Luke has. So I kind of want to kick it back over to you guys so he can get in and let you guys get some money.
Yeah, without question. And, as you said, Luka and Kyrie playing great ball against Houston last year. Of course, last year, Klay Thompson did not play for this team. First campaign with Dallas. And sending it to Luke talking about Klay Thompson over in the points market at 14.5.
I like it. When you look at the stats in this matchup, Junior kind of led the way with this, but Luka and Kyrie have just dominated. I mean, they're just off the charts in terms of point production against the Rockets' recent history. But for that reason, I think Houston has no option but to try and get the ball out of their hands. And that lends itself to getting shots up for guys like Klay Thompson sitting on the perimeter. He's coming off a really bad game in terms of minimal shooting. He only got 7 shots up last game. But he's averaging 16 and a half points per game so far this season. He's got games of 18, 19, and 22. So he's clearly already comfortable on this roster. And he's averaging 13 shot attempts per game. So I think if he can get up 10 to 15 shot attempts, he's shooting almost exclusively three-pointers. We know how good he is there behind the arc. I like this spot because the line's only at 14 and a half. My analytics have him for 17, 18. It's a good 4 or 5 point advantage here for a gameplay style that I think features him getting more open looks.
Yeah, I would agree. And his only divisional home game of the year, he did actually go off against San Antonio in the opener, so I think it correlates to how he might play tonight. And my official play in this game, taking Houston on the road at plus 6.5. And there's a lot of detail in this game, which I find to be very interesting. The first thing I noticed, there's a significant rest advantage for Houston tonight because Houston did open their season last Wednesday, whereas Dallas was one of the last teams to open on Thursday, which means Dallas is in a significant schedule cluster here. This is the 4th game in 6 nights for Dallas and the 5th in 8, which is really going to be a fatigue spot. And they're coming off a gigantic win on the road in Minnesota in their previous game in what was a huge rematch of the Western Conference Finals, and I think an inherent letdown emotionally tonight. And I think probably not coincidentally, the only time this year that Dallas did cover a game, it was that opener against San Antonio. They did not cover the next game. So in this small window, they have not shown the ability to back up success with success against the spread. And I think Houston inherently is a buy low in this matchup. Very well coached team with Ime Udoka, young group with some veterans. And you go back to last year's matchups between these divisional opponents, very, very noteworthy covers at home for Dallas. Dallas was 3-1 ATS in this matchup last year. These home games, I mean, some of the most egregious backdoors you will ever see in professional basketball. November 28th last year, 2023, Houston at Dallas. Dallas is laying 4.5 points, and they win by 6, 121 to 115. It wasn't that simple. The game was 119 to 115 with basically 0 seconds on the clock. Alperen Sengun fouls Luka Doncic with 0.0 seconds left. The refs go over to the review booth or the review camera. 2 free throws that have no consequence to the final of this game. They come back and they say, Luka, you're going to the line. There's no time on the clock. 2 free throws. He hits both and they cover the spread. I had Houston in that game. I was very uncomfortable watching that play out. And then slightly later on, it was the last matchup between these two on April 7th, also in Dallas. Dallas won the game 147 to 136 on a minus 9.5. So you say to yourself, good line by the books. They win by 11. Casual? No, not casual. Houston should have won the game. Dante Exum hit a 3-point buzzer beater in regulation after Jabari Smith missed 2 free throws that should have iced the game. The game goes to overtime, and Dallas proceeds to win by 11 points in overtime. One of the worst bad beats of the year. So both Houston non-covers last year in Dallas were egregious bad beats. And now the books moved the line down from 9.5 to 4.5 at open. This game screams tight on the money line. I think Dallas wins this game by 1 or 2 points at most, and Houston could get the outright win tonight. A lot of stuff going on in this game. A great conversation. Luke leaning towards Klay Thompson over in the points market, 14.5. And my official play, Houston plus 6.5. Let's cash.